athlete is Anthony Brown. Graduating class in 1995, Anthony was a 3-year starter for Larry Holden's basketball program and started 70 consecutive games for the Battling Beavers. His career statistics speak for themselves as Anthony scored 668 points, accumulated 267 rebounds, 91 assists, had a three-point shooting percentage of 38%, and a free throw percentage of 72%. Anthony averaged 10.6 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 1 steal per game as a senior. He averaged 12.4 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 0.9 steals per game as a junior on the team-oriented squads. By the way, you can tell his dad was a basketball coach, right? But Anthony earned several recognition awards on the court, including first team All-WL during his senior season after earning second team All-WL as a junior. Additionally, he earned first team All-District, All-City in 1995, and honorable mention All-Region. The team record that he played on during his years was 53-17, which was awesome. It is awesome. I'd like to introduce to you Anthony Brown. At the time, he was known as Downtown Anthony Brown.
First, George grew up right across the street from me. We were neighbors, and I dreaded Fridays because, as you know, George played football, and I was this blocking dummy many years. And every Friday morning when the garage door went up, he took me to school, and he would practice blocking on me. And he's right. He knocked me down, and he would sit on me. It was not a good experience for several years. But, first I want to thank the committee. This is, it's quite an honor. And, I take it very proud of it and very grateful for it and very honored to be elected into the Hall of Fame. When I first found out about it, I told my family. I was the first people I said anything to, and I told my son. He's 8 years old, and I said, Jane, I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame. And he looked up at me and said, wow, you're a legend. That's what came to his mind. And, I'm sitting here last night with all the inductees. You've got professional athletes, you've got college All-Americans, and, they're all high school legends. It's unbelievable. So I want to, say congratulations to all the inductees. It's quite an honor. You guys, are unbelievable. And this class of 2014 that I'm part of is amazing. Is amazing. I want to thank my parents. My brother went to Carroll. And I went to Carroll theater program. I went to St. Helens until 8th grade. I talked to my parents into allowing me to come to Beavercreek because I wanted to play basketball. I knew, the tradition that Beavercreek had, and they gave me the opportunity to do that. My coaches, my father is a basketball coach. That's where I, first got involved in the game of basketball. I played for, probably the greatest coach in maybe Beavercreek's history, Larry Holden. Coach Holden was my coach, and he was, for those of you who know him, he was difficult. He was very difficult to play for. He was demanding. He would get in my face and he would yell at me. I've been spit on by him, all for things that I didn't even do. Mistakes that I didn't make, mistakes that my teammates might have made. He would get on me for it. My sophomore year, we lost we got beat by a team that was 1-20. 1-20 they beat us. And, I felt, I was a sophomore, there was 4 seniors on the team, and he was drilling me. I'm thinking, why? And I've asked him, since, why would you do that? Why, why would, he said, well, you could take it. And not everybody could. And, the preparation that he gave me, we were prepared more than any other team around. And, that preparation has, led to me to where I'm in today and how I prepare for, life and my job, my career, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today without him. My teammates, basketball is a team sport. You don't do anything on your own in basketball. You've got guys that have to get you the ball and position on the court for you to do something with it. And I played with some great players. I mean, George was our starting center, our enforcer, in the paint my sophomore year. I played with some great point guards, who got me the ball and were able, for me to do, my things. But, when I look back at my career, I've got a lot of memories. I can tell stories for days. And I'll never forget my sophomore season. Coach Holden called me into his office a couple weeks before the season was to start, and he said, Anthony, I'm going to start you, as a sophomore. And that doesn't happen too often. And I was pretty excited about that. Then I realized who we're playing. We were playing Trotwood on the road my sophomore year. Trotwood right now is ranked number 2 in the state. My sophomore year, they had Carlos and Carl Blanton, who were 2 6'6" kids. They had John Lumpkin, who was 6'8", who went and played football at Ohio State. These guys were loaded, and we went in to play them as a sophomore, and I'll never forget my first shot. About a minute or 2 into the game, I drove the lane, I went up for a shot, and Lumpkin just went at about 16 feet into the rows at Trotwood's gym. I mean, he swatted that thing deep, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm not playing the Dankeny anymore. It's not as easy. My senior year, I got to become a senior, and that was really special, my senior year, because we had 9 seniors on the team. Started 5 seniors all season. I was playing with my best friends. My best friends were in the stands. It was special playing at Beavercreek. The student section was packed. And, Kevin Snell, who's here tonight, he's my best man at my wedding. I don't gamble. I don't condone really gambling, but my best friends would sit in the front row at the high school, and they would place bets on who's going to score the first basket. And we always knew, because when we came out for warm-up, I'd hear Kevin say, Brown, I got you. Or I'd hear someone say, Mike, I got you. Jeff, And I tell you what, the ball got in my hands, I wasn't passing. We ran a pretty structured offense, but in that first possession, if I got the ball, I was shooting, because I wanted to get that $5 for my buddy. And a couple, what eluded me really my sophomore and junior year, which I had a goal to win the district championship and to play at UD Arena. Now, we didn't get that opportunity until my senior year. We finally got that opportunity. We went to UD Arena, and the only issue there was we were playing Cincinnati Elder. And Cincinnati Elder won the state championship, George, our sophomore year. 2 years prior, they won the state championship. The big school, all-boys school from Cincinnati. Nobody gave us, they were the number 1 seed out of Cincinnati. No one thought we could even be on the court with them. I played 32 minutes. I never came out of the game, and we beat them. And we kicked their butt. And I remember getting the medals with all my buddies. And then we go on to the regionals. And no team out of Beavercreek's ever been to the state. Boys, that is. Girls pretty much dominated. But boys, no one ever made it to the state. And I thought, I really thought we had the best team in the state of Ohio that year. We just couldn't get past one team, Springfield North. They were, they couldn't get past them. We won the regional sectionals, and we were one game away from state. And we went 21-4 my senior year. And we lost to Springfield North 3 times that season by a total of 5 points. But when I look back at my high school career, playing sports at Beavercreek, what I take away is all the friendships that I've formed. Like I said, Kevin's here tonight. He's my best man at my wedding. He supported me. Guys I played basketball with, Brian Kaiser, Joe Gaines, Todd Holden. I still hang out with him today. I've spent time with some of them over the holidays. Our kids are growing up together. I never would have thought 20 years ago that, my son, my daughter would be growing up with, my teammates' kids. And it's something very special, and it's something that I think is different, in Beavercreek than it is in other communities. How everyone stays close to each other in a tight-knit community, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm about best decisions, I think my best decision was coming to Beavercreek. I met my wife at Beavercreek. If I had not come here, I wouldn't be here today, and I wouldn't have married her, and I wouldn't have the kids that I have. So